Welcome back to the deep dive. Really excited about today's topic.
Me too. We're diving into something pretty unique.
Yeah, we're plunging into, well, one of the more peculiar corners of music gear history, the way huge purple platypus.
Yeah, definitely peculiar.
Forget your standard overdrive or distortion for a minute. This pedal is like a legend, a bit of an enigma, and just downright bizarre.
It really is.
And we're going to unpack why this unique sound machine became such a cult classic.
Yeah, so our mission for this deep dive really is to explore its unusual origins, dissect its fascinating circuit design.
Get under the hood.
Exactly. Understand its distinct tonal characteristics, and ultimately kind of uncover the cultural impact of this, well, oddball effects pedal, as you called it.
And we've got a good stack of sources here that should give you, the listener, a shortcut to understanding why the purple platypus isn't just a pedal, but a true icon among collectors and sonic adventurers.
Definitely one for the adventurers.
Okay, let's kick things off with the name. Purple platypus. I mean, it sounds more like a children's book character than a guitar pedal, right?
Right, it totally does.
But this beauty, introduced back in the late 90s by George Trips of Way Huge Electronics.
Who is already famous for quirk, like the swollen pickle and red llama.
Exactly. He had that name for a very deliberate reason. It just screamed unique,
Yeah.
signaling this hybrid of fuzz, drive, and an octave effect, kind of like its animal namesake.
Yeah, it was a clear statement that this wasn't your average stomp box.
Trips wasn't just being whimsical then. The name was actually kind of a masterstroke.
I think so. It directly symbolized the pedal's peculiar blend of features, mirroring the actual platypus, which, is this mammal that lays eggs and has a duckbill. It's
Oh,
weird.
Major's oddball.
Totally. And this instantly made the pedal stand out and underline Tripp's reputation for pushing boundaries way beyond the standard guitar effects of the time.
And that uniqueness wasn't just in the name, was it? It also came from its initial scarcity.
Absolutely. That very limited run before Way Huge temporarily shut down around 1999 that instantly contributed to its legendary, almost mythical status.
Right.
These early units became incredibly coveted, like right out of the gate, set the stage for its cult following.
Imagine trying to find one back then when they only made a handful.
Exactly. Near impossible.
Now let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
What's under the hood. It's fascinating that the purple platypus wasn't actually designed from scratch.
No, it wasn't.
It sort of ingeniously evolved from the core of another way huge classic, the Red Llama Overdrive. Was this like a common practice for them, or what made this evolution so clever here?
Well, it was clever because it built on a really solid foundation. The Red Llama itself was based on the iconic Craig Anderton tube sound fuzz circuit. So, the purple platypus has this fantastic pedigree.
Right.
But the stroke of genius was its significant detour, the addition of a full wave rectifier stage.
Right, what do they actually do?
Think of it like a circuit that sort of folds the sound wave in on itself. It was specifically engineered for a searing upper octave doubling effect.
Yeah.
And this wasn't just a switchable effect you could turn on or off like some pedals. It was fundamentally baked into the pedal's DNA.
It was always kind of there.
In a way, yes. It made it behave very differently from other octave fuzzes, like, say, the Fox Tone Machine, where the octave might feel more like an add-on you can just click on or off.
Gotcha. So it's not just an octave effect pedal, but an octave integrated pedal. How does a player actually tame this kind of beast then, given these unique internal workings?
Well, for those lucky enough to get their hands on one, or even a reissue, it actually has a pretty intuitive yet powerful set of controls.
Okay.
You've got your volume knob, which provides a really high headroom output, meaning it can get seriously loud without distorting itself, perfect for pushing your amp into glorious saturation.
Nice. Boost potential.
Loads of it. Then there's the drive knob, which takes you all the way from a gritty overdrive to a really thick, saturated fuzz.
Covers a lot of ground.
It does. And a crucial addition in the reissues is the high cut knob.
Ah, the modern touch.
Exactly. This lets you roll off some of that treble, which is incredibly useful for taming any potential harshness, making it much more versatile across different amps and guitars. A really thoughtful addition.
Yeah, that high cut sounds like a real player-friendly touch.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've talked origins. What's inside?
Yeah.
But how does this thing actually sound? You mentioned that duality.
It really does have that. If you close your eyes and imagine the tone, Well, first, without that octave effect really prominent, because remember, it's always inherently part of the circuit, just more or less obvious.
Right.
It's quite similar to a Red Llama. You get that gritty, amp-like drive, rich with harmonic content, pretty warm and responsive.
Okay, familiar territory there.
But then, when that full upper octave really kicks in, maybe you dig in harder or turn the drive up, it transforms completely.
Does so.
It becomes sharp, spitty, almost synthetic sounding. It delivers this cutting upper octave fuzz that, at its extremes, can even border on ring mod tones.
Whoa, ring mod. That's pretty out there.
Yeah, that often metallic, dissonant kind of sci-fi sound. It's truly an unusual and distinct sound that definitely sets it apart from pretty much anything else out there.
So if you wanted something that sounded like, I don't know, a robot gargling nails, this is it, huh?
Precisely. It's definitely not for the faint of heart or, those who prefer their fuzz smooth and well-behaved.
Right.
And this distinctiveness is further amplified by its highly dynamic nature. This isn't a pedal you just set and forget.
It interacts with your playing.
Massively. It reacts incredibly strongly to your pick attack, dig in hard, and it just roars, but lighten up your touch, and it cleans up beautifully, relatively speaking.
And the guitar's volume knob.
Same deal. Offers an expressive range of control to the player. This responsiveness is absolutely key to its unique character. It appeals especially to those musicians who are actively seeking non-traditional sounds.
People looking for something different.
Exactly. And a pedal that truly feels like an extension of their instrument. It really rewards experimentation.
Given its quirky nature and that initial super limited run, you might expect it to just fade away. But its rarity actually cemented its legend, didn't it? How quickly did that scarcity really take hold?
Oh, it took hold almost immediately. The original Purple Platypus, released back in the late 1990s, as we said, saw extremely limited production.
Just a handful.
Yeah. This scarcity quickly made it one of the most highly sought after and collectible pedals around. Then, fast forward to 2008, Dunlop revives the way. Huge brand. Huge exciting.
Big news in the pedal world.
Massive. But here's the kicker. Even then, for years, the Purple Platypus remained unavailable. Just missing.
Really? They didn't bring it back right away?
Nope. Which only further solidified its mythical status among collectors. It truly became this legend whispered about in online forums and guitar stores, Have you ever seen one?
That absence only fueled the legend, I bet. For years, it seemed like the platypus would remain this extinct oddity.
Pretty much.
Which is why the announcement of the Purple Platypus Octadrive MKII in 2017 was such a genuine surprise to fans, right?
Total surprise. This was the official reissue, and it came with that crucial added high-cut knob, making it way more versatile for modern players.
Smart move.
Very smart. And even today, Dunlop occasionally releases these small batch runs. It's a clever way of consciously maintaining that rarity appeal, even with a modern version on the market. It keeps the mystique alive,
Yeah, it keeps it special. Now, you might be wondering, who actually dared to tame this Purple Platypus? While it might not have been on every single arena stage, it certainly found its champions.
Oh, yeah.
Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, for instance. He's a known fan of Way. Huge pedals in general.
Huge fan.
And has definitely embraced those unique octave fuzz flavors in his sound. You can kind of hear that spitty, aggressive octave thing in some of his tones.
Definitely fits his vibe. And while Josh Homme of Queens of the Stone Age isn't explicitly confirmed as a direct platypus user.
Right, no photos of it on his board necessarily.
Exactly. But his entire circle of desert rock players famously embraced way huge fuzzes and experimented with these kinds of unconventional tones. He's a really relevant figure in understanding the lineage of that unique, aggressive, often saturated sound that the platypus fits right into.
It's part of that whole sonic world.
Totally. Ultimately, this pedal is a prime target for boutique fuzz enthusiasts and collectors precisely because of its rarity and its truly unique voice. It's not for everyone, but for those who get it.
It's indispensable.
You got it.
It really becomes more than just a piece of gear then, doesn't it? Those original late 90s units are so incredibly rare.
Unbelievably rare.
That it fuels a serious collector frenzy. We're talking prices often climbing into the $600 to the $1,000 range, sometimes even higher, right?
Easily. This wasn't just some market phenomenon. This scarcity actively built a legend around the pedal. It made it a story in itself, almost like a treasure hunt for guitarists.
A very expensive treasure hunt.
Yeah. And this raises an important question. How did the reissue, the MKII, managed to keep the essential character of the original while also making it more usable for modern rigs.
The $1,000,000 or maybe $1,000 question.
Right. That high-cut knob, for example, was such a crucial tweak. It allowed it to broaden its appeal without losing its fundamental oddity charm.
Didn't sanitize it too much.
Exactly. It shows a careful consideration of preserving its unique identity while making it accessible to a new generation of players who might not have wanted to shell out collector prices for an original. It truly walks that line between heritage and modern playability.
So wrapping this up,
hmm
what does all this mean for you, the listener? The way Huge Purple Platypus is, well, a true original, plain and simple.
Couldn't agree more.
It's this quirky fuzz drive hybrid with an unmistakable octave-up twist. Born from the foundation of the Red Llama, sure, but it forged its own totally unique path. And its legend was cemented not just by its distinctive sound, but by that initial scarcity. It's a remarkable example of how deliberate design, limited production, and sheer sonic personality can create a lasting legacy.
Absolutely. Its eccentric design and the cult following it garnered initially from its rarity and later from its clever reissue have firmly cemented its place as one of the most collectible and, frankly, conversation-worthy pedals in Way Huge's storied history.
Definitely gets people talking.
It truly stands as a testament to how unique design choices and, yeah, limited availability can profoundly contribute to creating enduring legacies in the ever-evolving world of music gear. Becomes almost a piece of art or a piece of history as much as a tool.
And that leaves us with a final provocative thought for you to chew on. What other oddball innovations, whether in music gear, art, tech, whatever field, have gone from obscure to legendary precisely because they dared to be different and were initially hard to find?
That's a great question.
Consider how deliberate quirkiness and scarcity might not just be accidental traits, but actually contributing factors to an object's long-term desirability and its status as a fascinating conversation piece. Something to ponder, maybe, as you tune into your next adventure.